Coach Deborah has a passion and purpose to assist young men, ages 15 to 24, to overcome obstacles and build their best lives. She wants to see every young man live out their potential. She has a master's degree in human services counseling, with a major in life coaching. More importantly, she is the mother of 3 boys, who are exceptional, educated, professional men. Coach Deborah believes it is better to train early, rather than need to fix later. She utilizes basic principles and God-led concepts. Sometimes the only thing a young man has is their credibility or their name. The actions they take are based on the decisions they make. Those decisions align with their choices and result in consequences. Coach Deborah can assist you if you are lost, floundering, or confused. Embrace the help and start building your best life today.
Good evening and welcome to Build Your Best Life. I'm Coach Deborah Smith, and I am super excited today because I have 2 of my favorite men on. Hi, Dan and Dan.
Hello. Hey.
Well, welcome to Build Your Best Life. You know, this year our theme is Blueprint for Success. You have to know where you're going, the details, so that you can have a smooth journey. Now, things will happen during that time, but you need to start out with detailed plans. Well, this month our theme is details while working your blueprint, because how many of you know that as you transition through life, things can happen? Before we get started, a little housekeeping here. I want to thank everyone for everything that you do in order to support Build Your Best Life. We just love, love, love it when you comment, share, and like. So please continue to do so. Engage with our guests. And we want you to meet our guests, because these are 2 of my favorite guys here. And we have a topic tonight that's relative to mothers with sons as they raise young men. So both of them can relate to our topic tonight, but we want them to share some things that they have in their blueprints of success before we get started. So Dan, Junior, what do you have going on?
You want me to start? Yeah. Man, you want to start?
So you can start. Go ahead.
All right. Some of my blueprints as coming up as a young man. My main objective was to attend college, and I love business. Find something relate. My degree was in business administration, and that was my main objective. Reach there, attend college, and attain a degree in business administration because I like to do business, whether it be accounting or some type of financial area that way. But that's was my blueprint there. I started there and going that way. But one of the other things I had, always under my blueprint, you always got a blueprint in which direction you want to go, but you also got to have something that you think you can fall back on, something that's different. And being coming up with my father, he was in doing a lot of repairs, uh, handyman work, stuff like that. He taught me the trades of the craftsman of being a carpenter. So that's something I looked at. That ain't something I wanted to uh, be a carpenter in the building position, but my thing was to go ahead and wear shirt and tie like that, and just go into business, some type of business, and that's was my blueprint. That's what I started out, and to be successful in doing what I was doing.
All right, awesome. LJ?
So my blueprint is well, first, hey everybody, I'm Dan Smith, as y'all know. Dan Smith the second is that. My blueprint is, I would say, is me DJing, and is in life is now school. Like my mother, she's one of my blueprints. Like I really follow her in everything I do. My father too, also. Grandfather. Business, like he said, I'm going to college to BCU, by the way. I'm really focusing on business side of BCU, like majoring in that, um as me doing that. So with me DJ also, that's one of my blueprints. Like that's like an everyday thing I fall back on, or as in if like something's not going right, I just DJ. So that's what I say my blueprint is.
Well, awesome, awesome, awesome. And congratulations for getting accepted at Bethune-Cookman University.
Thank you.
What is it? Go Wildcats? Is it Wildcats?
Yeah, go out.
All right. Well, our topic tonight that we are going to be discussing is don't allow delays to derail your progress. Don't allow details to delay your progress. Because I stated before, as you go through life, even though you have a blueprint, sometimes life and other things get in the way. Now, Solandra, you know it. Many of you have heard that Rome wasn't built in a day. Therefore, the situations in our lives don't all happen at once. Some goals are immediate, while others may be a year, 5 years, or 10 years, or more down the road. Unforeseen situations can occur during your plans. Now, one of the biggest obstacles you have faced that you were not prepared for, and how did you handle it? What was one of the biggest obstacles so far in your life that you have faced that you were not prepared for, and how did you handle that? Who wants to take that one first?
Oh, I'll take that one now. One of my biggest obstacles after coming out of high school, I was working. My goal was to, before I leave, left my parents. When I move out, I'm going to have a house and all this. So I started that way. Had a full-time job. Had been on this job for about a year, and I was still going to college. I was in college at night, taking night courses and working full-time during the day. After being there for maybe about a year and a few months, all of a sudden they put up on the board a layoff. So I think that's my biggest. They laid us off. There's quite a few. I guess maybe about 45 of us. Now the job I was on was just something temporary, but they laid us off. But that's part of my plan, house and paying for my house or whatever. And that was one of the biggest obstacles I had. But that didn't stop me. Lo and behold, here I was able to go back and pick up some of my trades that my daddy taught me. And I started the guys that I'm working with. Someone wanted their house painted. I go around painting house. So, the eaves or whatever, and I painted a house and eve for $75. So how long ago that been? Back in the early 70s. And you can't get no eaves painted for that nowhere. But I was doing that and I found myself, I said, whoa. This is something that I got a derailment, but I'm still gonna stay on course because I got a backup plan. So that derailment made me continue to push myself, and I stayed on plan. After being laid off for something in the nature of about 4 months, I was able to, and I was like only, say probably about 4 months from finish college. But right when I finished college, it's the black special agent that I didn't even know approached me and said, "Hey, we're hiring blacks. Would you like to go in law enforcement?" I say, I thought about it. I say, sure. Well, anyway, I took the test, passed the test, got interviewed, went to school, and that's when my law enforcement time started career. But that was a derailment. That layoff was a slight derailment. It wasn't a big one. Because I got over that obstacle because keeping myself or knowing something else, that kept me from derailing. Totally derailing. One of the wheels came off the track, but I was able to bounce back and get it back on. And, it only took a short time, for me to get it back on. I never, I always loved God, and I figured God gonna get me through this. And I never did take my eye off of him. So he presented me with this, and I took the opportunity. So after doing that, I stayed there 40 years in retirement. Obtained a lot of different certificates, a lot of different other certification I got. And but that was one derailment that I did not let it bother me. I did not quit. I just kept going.
Great. Sounds like you had a good plan B going for yourself. I know you're young, LJ. Do you have any obstacles that you've run into?
Actually, I have. At the beginning of this year, with me going into the 11th grade, I thought to myself over the summer, I was like, I want to graduate early. Like, how do it? Like, am I eligible to graduate early in these things? So I talked to my guidance counselor. She said yes, but I would have to take a lot of classes. Like me, right now I'm taking 9 periods. So it's really 8 periods. It's 8 periods total, which 4 for a day, which I have 5 and 4. So with me doing that, it was kind of hard. So me to adjust. So at the beginning of the year, you're just getting into it. So you gotta learn it, see how it goes. I'm like, nah, I don't think I want to graduate early. These too many classes is going. So it's like you gotta find a way to balance it all out. Plus DJing, plus with me trying to figure out like what college I want to go to. It's like a lot going on. So that was kind of like my derailment. Cause it's like, well, dang, do I want to go back and go to 11th grade? Do I want to, graduate this year or what? So that's really was, I was doing that. And right there, I got it, got a math tutor, reading. Well, I had to get a reading tutor because my mom, she's doctorate degree. So she taught me everything I need to know about the reading part. But with that being said, it's just about balancing everything out. And how would you do it? That's what I would say.
Well, that is a great testament. So that statement right there and that response is worth us sharing with other people because He could have easily just given up. He could have like just lost it. You know, we have mental health is a big issue today. So if he wasn't strong-willed and had made up his mind, that's what he wanted to do, or if he had said, yes, I want to do this, but then tried to take all those classes and it got overwhelming and he didn't let anyone know, that could have went one way. But the obstacle was, here it is. Am I going to continue and graduate a year early? What am I going to do? But he used the word organized. So he got himself organized. He got a tutor in the area that he needed assistance in. So he's maintaining those 9 classes. His mom is great in reading and English, and so she was able to assist him with the reading portion of it. He's been visiting colleges on the weekend, and he's the #1 young DJ in Jacksonville, so he's been holding it down. So that just goes to show, when you have that positive mindset, you have a blueprint for success, you know where you want to go, you can get it done. So that's awesome. All right. So, Shonda, you know, individuals make plans to fulfill their purpose or their passions that they have. They get comfortable thinking that everything will come to pass. I got it written down, so all is well. However, life happens to everyone. You can be going along on a smooth journey, and obstacles can pop up. The most well laid out plans can fall off track and be derailed. It can be a short, a minimal delay, or it can be a considerable disruption. People tend to go into that fight or flight mode in times like these. They either get frightened and then take years off and give up. Otherwise, they fight to make what looks impossible possible. Please tell us about a situation that derailed a big plan or project that you were looking forward to completing, but it just derailed.
Well, one of the plans I'm looking forward being there, well, was promotion. I was, after being there 3 years, still staying as a special agent, I was looking forward to becoming my next step, which would be a senior special agent. I applied for different ones, but during that time, you had the special agent in charge. He's one that I guess he wanted to keep you down. He didn't want you to get promoted. And my thinking was, well, he don't want me to get promoted. Why I can't get promoted? He just want to keep me here. And that's something I didn't really appreciate it, because I knew what I could do, my abilities, but wasn't no advancement. I said, well, you know, I ain't like that. So anyway, God bless my mama. She told me, she said, look, she said, let me tell you what you do. She said, go out there, do your job to the best of your ability. But if he put his hands on you, then you handle the situation. Saying he didn't ever put his hand on me, and I handled the situation. This guy stuck around being my supervisor for 14 years. And during them 14 years, it was like, hey, he was sneaking around, seeing what you doing your job, or you go out on a call. I was working some night work, and he'll be out, you know, look like he's hiding in the bushes and stuff like that. But it couldn't turn out. So when I faced him, I say, I think you're a little prejudiced. So he said, well, I'm prejudiced then. So, okay, well, Mama told me how to handle this. So I handled it that way. Shortly, like I say, 14 years he was there. And they demoted him and shipped him to Atlanta, the Georgia area. Sent somebody in new. And that, you know, it took a relief off me. It's something like, you know, like when Martin Luther King said, if you stand tall, you can't ride your back.
All
Get over
right.
there, go ride your back.
That's true. That's true.
So I had to stay and stand tall because I didn't want nobody riding my back. I was able to
Right.
do my work, complete my assignments, and lo and behold, I stayed on the course. I didn't let nobody stop me. But my first thing, I give all praise to God. I don't care what you say. I thank the Lord for where He brought me from.
Great.
With me, I would say what took a turn with me DJing my third year. I really wanted to do a lot of shows and concerts. With that being said, it's like, okay, well, you have to keep working. When you have to keep working, it's like, well, people not watching me and this and the third. It's like, keep working. So with me doing that, like my fourth, fifth year, like, okay, well, I'm doing them, but like in that point of time, that's when it derailed. Like, oh, I really want to start DJing because I'm not really doing this or that. So it's like, keep going. That's what I kept on my mind. Like, hey, if nobody's watching, just know somebody's watching. That's what it is. That's what I say that, like, derailed me.
Okay. And it is, regardless of what people say, it is important to have those plans, that blueprint for success, have it written down so you have a guide, you have an idea what it is that you want to do. Because if you don't, then you just sometimes just spinning your wheels. In my research, I found that a study was conducted and indicated that 50 to 80% of people with written goals achieve them, 50 to 80%. Only 10% of people who don't write their goals achieve their goals. So, that's a big, 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 big. So people, it just shows that you need to have that blueprint for success so that you can at least have an opportunity to have that guide, know where you're going, you're not confused, it's crystal clear.
I say that blueprint, I don't mean to interrupt you, but that blueprint, what you just said, always have a guide and have something like, what's going on. Like, I took that. That's what really got me.
Awesome. I can
Excuse me
tell.
real quick. I need to plug my computer. Hold on.
Yes, thanks. So why do young men often fail to follow through on goals or commitments they start? I've seen a lot of young men, they start doing something, then they stop, then they come back, and it's something different. So they're not consistent. Is there a reason behind that?
Well, I was gonna let little Dan take it, but look like he's some happening up there. But when you have been a young man, and like I said, it was one thing I said about being bent over. If you bend over somebody riding your back, you don't like it. If you don't straighten your back up, you're gonna want to quit. In other words, basically what I'm saying, it get hard. Sometimes it get hard. And I always found that, and I was told that life is not easy. And when it get hard, you don't quit. When it get hard, you fight. You fight. I don't mean physically fight. I mean you fight through what you're doing to reach your goals and achievement. You don't quit. And I always was told a quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. So that's why I tell young men, hey, you quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. So always keep yourself moving. If you hit a wall, go left, the door closing you first, the door open to the right, you go to your right. And you got to keep going. You cannot let, as in the book, Build Your Best Life, no obstacles that get in your way. You got to keep going. You got to go around them. The roadblocks, go around them. You have roadblocks, what we do? We do a detour, we go around them.
That's right.
We don't stop. So that's one of the things that I think they fail because they don't follow through. They don't stay on their goals. As LJ said, Lil Dan says, you got to stay on your goals.
It's true.
Yep. And everybody need to write that in the comments. A quitter never wins, And a winner never quits. Put that in the comments. All right, what you got for us, Look, LG. I'm sorry, I want to call him Little Dan. I'm trying to be a big girl.
You really took the words on my mouth. Like, don't quit. Like, keep going. Like, it's really you shouldn't like quit at all. Like, no matter how hard it gets. Like, with anything, like I said, with work, school, and going into college, transitioning into things is gonna be hard. But you got to keep going. Like, don't quit. Like, there's many ways you could quit, but there's many ways not to quit. If you get what I'm saying.
All right, and I can see that, you know, in everything, but it's so funny, you know, in most things that, well, not to say sports is not something that is important, but you know, when you're in sports, you can progress, get a scholarship, go to college, then go to the pros, or you may not. But when a young person is playing sports and they get hurt, they you know, they're ready to bounce back and get back out there.
Right.
But in those other life situations, it's like, okay, I failed, I'm gone.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah. So, you know, one should be just as important as the other. Because I know when you got hurt, it's like, oh my goodness, my baby got hurt. Is he still gonna play? Y'all gonna let him play? No. But you know, you didn't let that stop you. You kept going. So it's important, very, very important to be committed. You know, because I know when I guess it was 20, 21, 22, and I had got my coach in 2019. And we meet twice a month, and he gives me assignments, and I work on my assignments. And he say, you know, you need to do this, and you need to do that. And I say, yes, sir, yes, sir. And so I had decided I wanted to go back to school, work on my master's degree, but I didn't tell anybody. I think my Dan knew, I think Tiki knew, and I think I didn't tell anybody else. So I was doing that as well, but I didn't tell him. And then he would say, well, you know, you haven't been showing up. You need to do this, 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 this. And so whatever he told me to do, I didn't make an excuse. Well, I got to do my assignments. I got to do my work. I didn't stop doing anything. I made sure I did all the assignments he gave me. I studied my books because I wanted to make straight A's. I almost made it. I think I made 1B, but I got it done. I didn't quit. And at my age, if I can do it, you know, I think, you know, our young men, they can do it too. But you got to stick to it and want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank y'all for putting that in the comments. I think this is a good talk, and please make sure that you share it. We want to give our mothers with sons some encouragement, some facts, some expert testaments to encourage them along the way as they try to raise their sons. We have a lot of single moms, dads that are not there. Sometimes they're there, but they're not there. So we want to encourage our moms and help them to get this information so that it will help them to show them that, you know, whatever their child is going through, they can make it. But, you know, sometimes you need some help. So wherever you can get that help from, that's where you need to get it from. So that's why this platform is so important to me. This is my passion, to get that message out to our young men to step up and be the best that you can be, build your best life through whatever. So as we prepare to close, Dan and LJ, you know, roadblocks don't mean failure. There are people that mess up in life. They've had to go to prison. They've messed up in life. They've been put out of school. They had to go to another school. Things happen. But when you design that blueprint, it will assist you in building your best life. So please give young men 2 steps for sticking to goals, even if their plans derail during their journey.
Go ahead, L. I'll let you LJ, you gonna take that first, and I'll go behind you.
2 things I would say to like, you know, keep on track, keep going is 1, never quit. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how easy it gets, never quit. Number 2, stay on top of everything. Like, when slip on anything, like your work, anything, just never quit and stay on top of everything.
All right. Y'all heard it. Never quit and stay on top of everything. What you got for us, Deacon Dan?
Well, I'm gonna be like this. First of all, first thing I say, be consistent. Stay on course. If you be consistent in what you're doing, you'll stay on course. Regardless of what comes in front of you, all you got to do is be consistent. Stay consistent. And number two, the base thing I say, keep a positive attitude. Because if you ever get a negative attitude, you're going to quit. You're going to stop. You got to keep a positive attitude of what you're doing. Don't let nothing get in your way. Ain't nothing going to stop me. My attitude positive. I'm going to do it. I got to have a positive attitude. I didn't get this grade, but I'm going to keep striving because I can't improve this grade. I didn't do this on this, but my attitude is I got to keep a positive attitude. A positive attitude. Use that letter A. Take the letter A and just keep it from you. A positive attitude. And don't let none stop you. Because whatever's there, you can do it. There's nothing too hard that you cannot achieve. Yeah. All you got to do is stay on the road, stay on the course, be consistent, and keep a positive attitude.
That's good. That's good. And, I was thinking, and, it's okay to dress real nice and, want all the new shoes that come out and everything. But I think about LJ, and I know he's a long way from being perfect, but I do think about him and in life and knowing his plans and what he wants to do. So he aspires to be a DJ. You heard him say that. He wants to be a good DJ. And like for Christmas, he could ask for anything. I want this and this and this. But I can think, at least for the last 4 Christmases, everything that he asked his Nana for was something that he could use in his DJing business. So, to me, that's, again, showing his commitment. He's being consistent. It's not something he started in, like the drums. But, he works on that, but he invests in that business, and he asks for things that's going to help him to get to that level that he wants to be as a DJ. It's not, like a hobby for him. He's really serious about it. So I admire him for doing that.
Thank you.
All right. So either one of you have any closing thoughts that you want to give to either our mothers with sons or either our young men?
Well, mothers, single parents, mothers, don't let your son tell you, I cannot. Having to take that I cannot out the verb, I can't. Take that out of the vocabulary and say I can. 2, make sure that he stands up so when that ride is back, that he's going forward. Because God has given us everything. If you have a desire to do something, and I always love it, Proverbs 16, you got some plans. Proverbs 16 say, you make your plan, but ask God to bless your plans, and he'll see it through. So that's something that I like to tell the mothers to do. Some mothers will say, well, son, it's that's too hard for you to do. I don't like you doing that. That's too hard. No, all that doing is making them weak. Having to strive and stay on the course. And, as you say, Deborah's book, Be Your Best Life, read it. That is a great book. Pick it up, read it, look through the tips, And if you want to be successful, you can be successful. Success is how you do it. It's not how they do it. It's how you do it, making yourself successful. And you can be successful in anything that you do. It just takes hard work. That's it.
Awesome. All right. You have anything, LJ?
Not really. For any young people, I say stay positive, stay on top of your work, and yeah, that's really it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you both for all this information and tips that you gave tonight. I know
You're
it
welcome.
has blessed someone. So thank you so much. Thank everyone for tuning in. Please join us Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our coffee chat. It's our monthly coffee chat with Carol and Deborah. And our topic is going to be what to do when you miss the curve. What to do when you miss the curve. So again, thank you for tuning in. Here at Build Your Best Life, again, our theme this year is Blueprint for Success. And this year, we also are declaring Jeremiah 29:11 over your life. God knows the plans that he has for your life. He wants you to do what? To have prosperity. He wants you to have prosperity, not disaster, and the future that you hope for. That's what God wants for you. So design your blueprint based on the plans that God has for you. Follow them and then build your best life. So again, thank you for tuning in tonight. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to join us for Blueprint for Success. Remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan. It's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. I'll be looking for some of you on Thursday. Have a good night. Be safe. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dan and Dan.
You're welcome.